Good evening. Welcome to PoliticIt Podcast. I'm John Johnson, and we're here with Miranda Rizzi.
Hi.
Miranda, you're running to be secretary again for the Weber County GOP, right?
I am, yes.
You've actually been doing that the last couple of years, right?
Yes, the last 4 years.
So what got you interested in working with the county party?
Well, I've been a delegate, and then I had been a precinct chair, and actually when Jake Sawyer was the chair, he approached me about running for vice chair of Ledge 11. So I did that, and I had been in about 6 months, and the secretary resigned for the GOP. And so I was nominated to be the secretary at a county central committee meeting, and that's the history. I've been a secretary since.
That's a lot of work, especially around election time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'm at a stage in my life right now where I have time. And so, I've raised 3 kids, and so I have some extra time, and I want to help my community. And
That's
this
cool.
is a way I can do that.
So where'd you grow up at?
I was born in Ogden, but I moved to Modesto, California.
Modesto?
Yes.
Wow, that's wine country, isn't it?
Right in the Central Valley. Blue Diamond Almonds is headquartered in Modesto.
Oh, that's the biggest employer there.
Yes. And then right next to Modesto was Oakdale, where Hershey Chocolate Factory was. So it was a good place to grow up, but things became politics, and just safety-wise, it wasn't a place where my family wanted to live anymore. And so when I was 16 years old in 1994, my parents relocated back to Ogden, Utah. So I've been here ever since.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And so you went to high school here then, huh?
Yeah, I did half of my high school in California and half at Ogden High.
Ogden High School.
Go Tigers.
Wow, go Tigers, huh? Yeah, that's cool. So what got you interested in politics?
Well, in Modesto, I went to school, Bayer High School, and the debate teacher there, his name's Ron Underwood. He's nationally known. He was just the best. And I got into debate, really enjoyed debate. We traveled all over the nation doing tournaments, and so I kind of got into politics there. And when I was a kid, I was a Rush Limbaugh fan. I was probably one of the few girls in junior high that listened to Rush Limbaugh.
Wow.
I loved listening to that.
Well, hey, if you like Limbaugh, then you're at the right place.
Yeah. But then I moved here and continued debating, and actually did mock trial. I worked with Barry Gomberg and Marty Custon, and we got to the championship for mock trial my senior year. So,
senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And so was that a national thing, or that was the state?
That was at the state level.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So you like doing that then?
I've just been drawn to it. Yeah, I'm really interested in it.
So what did you do after high school?
After high school, I attended Weber State.
Okay.
And then we had 3 kids, and I was lucky enough to be a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm really grateful for that opportunity that I had. So.
And your kids, what are they doing now?
Yeah, my daughter Addie just graduated from the U of U with her a degree, and then my son is going to Weber State, and I have one son that just started his mission in Independence, Missouri.
Independence, wow.
Yep, he arrived this week. So
is that the first one on a mission?
My other son, he served a mission earlier.
Oh, and where did he go?
He was going to New Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter was a COVID missionary, so
yeah. Life turned upside down, and he
ended up she was a year into it when COVID hit, and then had to go to Denver.
Yeah.
After that, but she was in Costa Rica. That was a fun time for her.
Wow.
But yeah, COVID kind of shut that down, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, so tell me about your interest in the Republican Party. What drew you to the party and to your involvement?
I look at my value system, and where does that align? It's conservative. It's Republican. The things that I hold dear is community, family, safety. Those things are important to me, and that's where I found myself when I really sat down and looked at where do I fit in? the Republican Party is where I fit in.
So, I've had a lot of people talk about, the role of the party leadership. What do you see that role being?
As secretary?
Yeah. Well, and as what's the role of the party too?
Right. Yes. We don't make legislation. We don't hold people directly accountable. I think there's a misconception that when we see our elected officials, we interrogate them. Our role is to make sure that we have a good, strong base, a grassroots, Weber County base, GOP base, and that we work hard to fundraise and give the candidates from Weber County the support that they need, whether it's doing a bill tracker and letting them know of our intentions and our thoughts. There's lots of different things that we can do to make that happen. The main thing is communicating with our party, right? Delegates, precinct leaders. That's really important. And as secretary, that's one of my main jobs is to do that.
I've always believed, public officials should be held accountable. But, the thing that binds us together as Republicans is we have a party platform. Mm-hmm. And we know the things we believe in, and we hope that our candidates hold up to those things, right? Right. But lately it seems like people want to go way beyond where the platform is to their own personal preferences, and that makes it hard kind of negotiating where we move, because that's already a debate. The platform's already heavily debated, right?
Yeah. And we spend so much time focused on that when we could be doing really, really great things support-wise, rather than wasting our time trying to hold people accountable to things that aren't even part of our aren't even part of our platform. Right. And I love to work with local party leaders. Mm-hmm. I know it's really important. I love the caucus system myself, mm-hmm. right? Which I know you do. Yes.
And that's we're a constitutional republic, and I don't think there's anything more pure as a republic than to assign your neighbors to go vet candidates for you.
Yeah. And that is so important. And what makes me sad is when I hear that people are intimidated by politics. They're, I don't know what I would do at a caucus meeting. Come, see what we do, come and be a part of everything, because it is our voice. You have a voice that needs to be heard.
Well, and that's the important thing too, right? If people don't have time to vet all the candidates, they ought to at least vet their neighbors that they're going to send to the convention, right?
Yes.
That's why they need to show up, to make sure they're picking the right people to go select the candidates that will be on the ticket, right?
Yeah, and I hope we have a really good turnout tomorrow. I do, because we plan this event no matter what. We want the most possible people there to share their views and give their votes how they feel.
Yeah, I think that's really important. So what can you do to build unity within the party?
I think there's a lot of things. Communication is one focus that I have moving forward. We've set aside some money in our budget to work on a new database and make sure. We've been using an email service, and it's been very frustrating for me because the emails, too many of them are ending up in the spam or junk folder.
Okay.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you sent out emails that never were delivered properly.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to get that running and be able to communicate easier and better with the delegates and our CCC group. I think that will help to let everyone know in the county when our trainings are, when our fundraising events are, different activities and events like that are exciting, they're fun, and they're beneficial to people. So.
Yeah. Very good. We're going to take a break,
okay,
and we'll come right back.
All right.
Tired of media bias? Frustrated by political noise? PoliticIt.com cuts through the clutter, giving you real facts, clear analysis, and unbiased insight on the issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay empowered. Whether it's elections, policy changes, or breaking news, we've got you covered. No spin, no agendas, just truth you can trust. Visit PoliticIt.com today, because informed citizens shape the future. PoliticIt.com, where politics meets clarity.
Welcome back to PoliticIt. We're here with Miranda Rizzi. And Miranda, you're running for secretary. Well, but one of the things I was thinking about during the break, though, what does the secretary do?
Yeah, well, the secretary, of course, communicates with the party on all levels. I do get agendas out and do the meetings minutes. In the meetings, I get those out within 24 hours of meetings, because I want the meeting fresh on everyone's mind. In case there's any changes that need to be made, I'd like to handle that as soon as possible when we're all, I think those minutes are really important to know what we've decided as party leadership. So I take that really serious. And then whatever the chair and vice chair need help with, really. I helped a ton with the Ben Carson event.
That was a wonderful event, wasn't it?
It was great.
Wasn't that fun to do that?
It was so much fun and such a fun experience. So I really enjoyed
Ben
those.
Carson is such a genuine, good person.
Yeah,
right?
It was great to meet him. The golf tournament, I've helped with that every year.
Quite successful. Those were two things that you raised a lot of money for the party.
Yeah.
And by raising money for the party, you're able to help candidates.
Yeah.
I know we had one seat in Weber County that was held by a Democrat, and
Yep, that happens.
we won that seat.
Yeah, I live in that district.
Oh,
so
you live
I
in that
took
district?
that very serious. Spent a lot of Saturdays putting out big signs with my husband for Jill Covert and
Good for you.
knocking doors. I have no problem knocking on strangers' doors to tell them about the amazing candidate that we have running for office. This last fall, I knocked doors for Jill Covert and Jake Sawyer.
Oh, did you? Both of them?
They're great. And I feel like I needed to let people know how good of a candidate we had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, in both those races, and they both did amazing things.
it was a great fall.
They really it was interesting watching them being brand new, right?
Yeah.
This was their first year, so
Yeah.
yeah, that was Jake actually won by a pretty strong margin.
He worked hard.
Yeah.
He worked hard, and he's going to do great things.
Yeah.
He really is.
That race that Jill had, I know that district's still pretty tight.
It is.
We need to continue to work hard there, don't we?
We're already thinking of things to do. We can't wait until election season. We're moving along right away.
Oh, being in the Senate, I'm glad I only have to do that every 4 years.
Yeah. Every 2 is a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's a big undertaking, and it's hard to get the word out.
Yeah, but it's so important. And so I'm happy that I'm in a position that I can help candidates get the word out and really be an asset to them and help them communicate with the public.
Very good. Well, you got any parting thoughts? We're about out of time.
I am so excited to be in Weber County. The GOP is a great party. It's great. And I am looking forward to 2 more years as the party secretary.
Well,
So
good
I
for
hope
you.
I can have everybody's support in that.
Good for you. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Miranda. And we'll see you guys next week.